Well, Addison Reed on 80 times this season. It was a dominating year, a whip under one, an outstanding strikeout to walk ratio, and he dominated both right-handed and left-handers alike. You've got a fastball low to mid 90s that'll have some cut, some natural kind of run on it, and also a slider. But he has been a great setup man to Familia at the back end of this Met bullpen.
Conor Gillespie has struck out twice. And bounces one through the right side for a base hit. And that will bring up Madison Bumgarner. Meanwhile, Johnny Cueto is starting to stretch. Doesn't necessarily mean
and if you're Gillespie, you probably saw the one slider he's thrown was that one to Panic that didn't really have much feel at all. Pretty much eliminate that till he proves he can throw it. You're looking something hard down and out over the plate.
Strike one.
Real nice execution by Familia there. He's been down away. You know Gillespie's looking on the plate. He started that sinker perhaps off the plate in, freezing Gillespie, running it over the plate to jump out ahead.
Another backhanded stop by Rivera.
It's two now. Rivera's had a little bit of a hard time framing pitches, especially down in the zone, but a couple of big stops this inning to keep that go-ahead run out there at second base with two good backhand stops on sinkers.
1-1. And a fly ball well hit right field. Bruce is back, turns, and it's gone! Conor Gillespie with a 3-run homer in the top of the ninth to give the Giants the lead.
Well, Dan, you've talked about some of the heroes for the Giants in their title runs. Ross, Ishikawa, Scudero. Now Gillespie getting an opportunity to play. We've seen nothing but quality at bats down the stretch. A base hit earlier, and he gets a pitch up in the strike zone that he can drive. And a huge blow
to start tonight. To the top of the third, Conor Gillespie leads things off for San Francisco. Gillespie then the pitcher spot, Johnny Cueto, and top of the order, Gorkys Hernandez. Well, Conor Gillespie just a .262 batting average through 100 games during the regular season, but a bigger moment has not been had by many than the moment Gillespie had to win the ball game, the dramatic home run in New York in the wild card game, and he stays red hot with a base hit into right field to start out the inning. The leadoff hitter
away gets up to 100 plus up there.
So now it's Conor Gillespie, the wild card hero last week in New York. His first meeting with the hard-throwing Cuban closer. Aroldis Chapman, by the way, has had one 6-out save opportunity in his career prior to tonight, and that was in August of 2013 as a Red. He converted on a 6-out save chance against Arizona. Joe Maddon doesn't care about any past history. He wants his best in the biggest moment of the game right here. Gillespie to right. Almora back. He can't get there. Belt scores. Here's Posey, and the Giants have taken the lead.
this guy's got ice water in his veins now. It's all I can say. Hits it to the part of the park. The only place, Almora does a great job and almost getting to it. It's the only place where I believe Posey could have scored inches away. It's coming together, but the depth was good enough. John Lackey hadn't started a game in quite some time, so the first inning you can understand some of the touch issues. Now that he's in the flow of the game, I would expect him to be as if he pitched 5 days ago.
Here's Conor Gillespie now. 2 big hits in this series. Had the big 3-run home run in the wild card game last week to beat the Mets. I don't know that there's been a player that's had fewer than 200 at-bats during the regular season make as big an impact in a division series as Conor Gillespie has for the Giants this year. And as we say hello to Ken Rosenthal again, it's been some kind of journey for a guy that was chosen originally as a relatively high draft pick by the Giants. Kenny?
That's right, Matt. He was in the same draft class as Buster Posey and Brandon Crawford in 2008. Actually beat both those players to the major leagues, but it didn't go quite as smoothly from there.
That's going to be a tough play. And Gillespie's aboard.
The Giants traded Gillespie to the White Sox in 2013. He got designated for assignment twice last season, then returned to the Giants on a minor league contract at the start of this season, actually right before spring training. Now, it was interesting after the wild card game to hear him speak about his journey. He said that as a young player, he was immature, took the game for granted, and last offseason, he decided that baseball no longer would be numbered.
The game with unlimited LTE data on their smartphone. Show us how you're a baseball fan by using #UnlimitedBaseball for a free MLB Shop gift code and the chance to win tickets to every 2017 World Series game. One gone for Conor Gillespie.
Well, for John Lackey, as we talked about, the terminology you're going to hear is a pitcher is really either good to his arm side of the plate or his glove side. And the glove side, which is closer to the left-handed batter, is where he is getting all his strikeouts. It's where he's getting his success, and it's where he's thrown a lot of those breaking balls that you're seeing the Giants not square up and swing and miss. The evidence of him, we can show you 4 of them that he's thrown in the game and a trail for each one of them that we have documented. I'll show you that in a minute.
A ball and a strike meanwhile to Conor Gillespie, batting with 1 out and the base is empty.
So here's these pitches that you're looking at as the Giants have looked at video and they said, okay, we got to watch this side of the plate. That's where he's comfortable. That's where he gets his break, and he gets 75 of his strikeouts in that area outside the strike zone, and that has been a strength of John Lackey. And this year, as we mentioned in the open, his highest strikeout per 9 innings. He's not exactly a young chicken anymore, spring chicken.
Ball courtesy of PitchCast, powered by MLB Advanced Media. It's been a while since John Lackey'd been out there on the mound, too. It's a worthy point to bring up that John hasn't pitched since September 27th. He went 5 innings and allowed a run against the Pirates in a win, his final start of the year.
Yeah, and a simulated game doesn't do it any kind of justice, but you know he's been throwing along the way, working on stuff, waiting for his turn in the rotation.
Still 2-2 to Gillespie.
I've been in that spot before, 13 days before a postseason game against the Phillies. And I'll tell you, the first 2 innings feel awkward. You feel like, man, this has been spring training since the time has gone by. And then once you get through that, you start getting back to the season groove that you're in. Every time you go down and sit down and come back out, you just feel as fresh as if you've been in a 5-man rotation.
Gillespie into right. A 1-out single in the Giants' 4th.
Interesting decision by Joe Madden. He's going to play the infield back with runners on 2nd and 3rd and 1 out.
Conor Gillespie has a couple of singles to his credit tonight. He has scored 1 of the 3 Giant runs.
Telling me he's got confidence in his offense. He's going to give up 1 run for an out if the ball's on the ground and not create a bigger inning.
Gillespie into right center. It's down for a base hit. Here's Pence to score. San Francisco back on top by 2. Conor Gillespie does it again.
Stays on this ball, does a nice job, gets it off the end of the bat. 3 for 3 now on the night, and what was once tough to score on the Chicago Cubs bullpen, they've broken the seal.
To try to say something about a 3-run deficit tonight. Last of the 8th, and another pitching change for Joe Madden as right-hander Hector Rondon takes over to face the 6, 7, 8 part of the Giants order.
Rondon came in and obviously only faced 1 guy last night before Chapman came in. You see Soler in right field and Hayward now playing center. But a good opportunity to get Rondon some action here in inning.
Another base hit for Conor Gillespie. Make him 4 for 4 tonight.